I am with you. Have you ever been in a really hard conversation and tried to get someone to actually believe that? Hey, why are you yelling at me right now? We're actually on the same team. Hey, why are you frustrated right now? We're on the same team. Did you just throw something at me? We're on the same team. We are on the same team. I was talking with a friend earlier today, and he was wrestling with a confrontation that was very, very uncomfortable that somebody was having with him. And I said, well, hold up, time out. Why do you feel like it was uncomfortable? Well, it was uncomfortable because it felt like an argument and I didn't want to argue. And I was like, so why'd you argue? Just because someone comes to you frustrated and angry doesn't mean you have to step in that same boat with them. What if you invited them into a different experience? What if you invited them out of that boat? The boat that is anger, the boat that is frustration, the boat that is I'm uncomfortable, the boat that is I'm mad. What if you invited people out of that boat and you invited them to step into a new reality? Because we see what we're prepared to see, why don't you prepare them to see a different angle, to perceive their present circumstances in a different way? And realize this, that this life that we live, these arguments with people and these frustrations with people that we love and that we're trying to go through life with, whether it's friends or family, they don't always have to be an argument. And what's really important about that not being an argument is how you perceive it. So, in the middle of the frustration, I want you to think about this. This fight is not against flesh and blood, but of the darkness and the struggle that is around us, that does encompass us, that we have to walk in and maybe even many times walk through. And so, I want you to think about this. What if in the middle of someone coming at you with that frustration and making a really uncomfortable situation, what if you invited them into a new reality that was, hey, I understand. Hey, I want to stand next to you. Hey, this uncomfortable conversation doesn't have to be uncomfortable if I stay comfortable. And getting them to a point of where they say this and they feel this. Oh, he's with me. Oh, I'm with them. Because the fight and the frustration is usually, most of the time, not against me, but they're taking it out on me. And they're feeling this way because it's not my fault, but it's because of something else. So I just want to have this quick solo thought with you, because I don't get uncomfortable when someone's angry, because I actually don't let them control me. And I try my best to not let their frustrations be something that I have to carry. Because people are not problems. People have problems. And so if people have problems, my aim is to actually walk with them, through them. And they may have all of these questions that are really difficult for me, and they may have all of these frustrations that are very valid. And I want them to know that, hey, look, I have been there before, and I have doubts, and I have frustrations, and I have questions. And what I really need you to do, and I really need the people that I care about to do with me, is to walk with me in them and through them and beyond them. Because if we have questions, then those questions can have answers. And so what if we walked through that together and found the answers that were actually going to satisfy our soul, that were actually going to satisfy our minds, that were actually going to satisfy our lives, so that we found a life that was satisfied, that was full, that was free of having that question that maybe that we were avoiding control us, but we addressed it right where we were. So let's not let a seemingly uncomfortable conversation or an uncomfortable confrontation control us and how we meet it and how we step into it, by getting those that we love, that we care about, that are right in front of us because they're human and we respect them and we want to honor them. What if we led them to a point of saying, he or she is for me? Why am I arguing with them? Why am I taking this out on them? They're walking with me in this. And then you and I, we need to feel the freedom to say, I may not have the answer now, but would you be willing to walk with me? And then seeing our lives and our relationships flourish because we're simply going on a walk. I am with you. And that's what we're trying to do with this podcast. Is we may not agree, we may not be able to side with, but you know what we can say? Is I'm for you. And then we can have a real conversation to walk with someone in and through their life with. We don't transform people and we don't change people, but we can walk with them. And then through that, see them transformed and see their lives changed because of something that's bigger than just them. Thank you for today. Let's have some uncomfortable conversations. Move from uncomfortable to comfortable because of how we perceive it. Have a great day. See you soon.